Driving along the Philadelphi Corridor, it's initially hard to see why it has become a major sticking point in Gaza ceasefire negotiations. But what goes on under the route in the southern city of Rafah is what poses a threat to Israel's security. The underground tunnel system in Rafah is considered to be one of the most elaborate and complex in the entire Gaza Strip, according to the IDF. This is one of 200 tunnels identified along the Philadelphi Corridor. That's the border between Gaza and Egypt. This, as you can see, wide enough for a car to pass through. For decades, these tunnels have been used for smuggling weapons into Gaza. But the IDF says Hamas has also been using them for cover after launching long-range rockets into Israel. This is one of 9 underground tunnels the IDF has found that cross over the border or under the border into Egypt. Now, it was blocked in 2 spots, one by Hamas, you can see the block there, but the IDF says it was blocked even further at another spot by Egypt. The IDF says it destroyed about 80% of the tunnels found along the Philadelphia Corridor. This tunnel, built under a mosque, is the only remnant of Hamas's presence in the area after Israel defeated the Rafah Brigade, according to the IDF. This is what's left of Rafah's Shabura neighborhood, used to be considered the stronghold of the Rafah battalion. Now, despite this destruction, every once in a while you can still hear gunfight, illustration that while the Rafah battalion has been destroyed, there are still many fighters that pose a threat to IDF forces operating in the area. Moving deeper into Rafah, the scope of the destruction emerges. Not a single home left undamaged. We didn't notice a single civilian. The only ones who remain are IDF soldiers and Hamas terrorists. The IDF entered Rafah about 3-4 months ago. Now this is what's left of it. This is just one neighborhood, Tel Sultan, in Rafah. Now IDF forces have surveyed all the homes here in the area, saying that pretty much every other home was booby-trapped, had weapons or tunnel shafts, and now what's left is destruction. We arrive at the entrance to the tunnel where 6 Israeli hostages were executed 3 weeks ago. Hamas built it directly under a child's bedroom, with toys and school books still scattered among the rubble. Israeli forces arrived just hours before they were executed, without advance knowledge they were there. The troops placed 6 candles in their memory.
Those are 6 wonderful young people that were murdered by Hamas. 5 of them were in the Nova Music Festival. Eden, Ori, Hirsch, and Carmel was kidnapped from her kibbutz, Be'eri. They were all here.
The tragedy has forced the IDF to advance slowly and cautiously, fearing additional hostages could be kept right under them. With the Rafah Brigade destroyed and pretty much 80% of the tunnels also demolished, what is the current mission of the IDF here in Rafah, and how long is that going to take?
We're still investigating here the maze of this tunnel and other tunnels in the Tel El Sultan area. We are looking for other terrorists here, and we already met other terrorists coming from the maze of the tunnel, and we need to make sure that we are investigating completely this maze of tunnels specifically, and we need to make sure that we demolish and investigate all the tunnels in the area of Philadelphi Corridor, but not just Philadelphi Corridor, and we need to demolish the tunnel system, the complex tunnel system of Rafah as well.
Almost everywhere we go, we found control and command centers, we found guns and munitions, and an extremely dense, one of the most dense systems of tunnels in the Gaza Strip is in this area, in Rafah and in the Philadelphia Corridor. And those tunnel systems have rooms, they have storage places for ammunition, and in some cases they have hostages in this tunnel system.
The actual picture, however, is more complex. Senior commanders in the field tell me that their mission in Rafah is pretty much complete, but in the absence of a decision by the political leadership to leave the area, they continue to operate. In previous years, prolonged IDF presence along the Philadelphia Corridor has taken a heavy toll. But as long as they're there, the commanders tell me, they will continue to dismantle the remnants of Hamas and try to gather more intelligence regarding the whereabouts of the remaining 101 hostages before it's too late.